Greetings, everybody. I'm here. Oh my God, I'm having some technical difficulties with my phone. My phone just keeps crashing. I don't like it. I might not have a phone soon, which I actually do like, but I also kind of need it for at least advertisement and stuff like that, you know. But anyway, hello, whoever is here. I see there's one person here. Hello to you. I am here. I hope everybody's week went well. For me, it felt really long. The week felt really long. I don't know why, but probably because we've been very slow at work, so the time just won't go by. So it felt like I was working 8 days. You know, it's like, it really did kind of annoy me, but then it's always really so much better too than when you get home on the Friday and you're already happy it's Friday on a normal week, and now you had this really long week, so now you're like, oh, okay. So now I'm feeling like super relaxed too at the same time as I'm happy that it is Friday. I don't know if that made any sense, but it makes sense in my head. So, yeah, I'm happy. My little man, he's right there. Little man, say hello to the people. What? And the sweetie kids. Yes, sweetie. She's laying down there on my curtain. Oh, hello, duelist. Zealous duelist. Thank you for following. Welcome. Greetings. Willkommen. Dobrodošli. What, sweetie? No, don't say anything to me. I am doing well, thank you. How are you doing? Just tired, you know? Anybody that comes here on my Fridays knows that Fridays is usually my time where I'm tired when I stream, but I'm still accepted by people. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's cool, you know. It's I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. You know, we were a really industrious and you know, highly evolved society, even, you know, spiritually, even as early on, you know. So I think it's good. Thank you, Emily. Thank you for saying hi. That's so nice of you. Have a good, you know, whatever you're doing, you know, have a good time there. And maybe I'll see you later. You know, yeah, you know how it is. Depends on how long I stay. But thank you so much for at least saying hi real quick. Thank you. That's cool. Yeah, but okay, duelist. Where are you from? Are you in the U.S. or are you somewhere else in the world? I get very many people from other countries too. I get a lot of people. Oh. Oh, thank you. Well, that's good. No, that's true. It is like this for me too. I totally understand that feeling. It's like even with anything in my life that I do, or that I want, like an item. If I want to purchase an item, for instance, you know, it can be an item that's not as good. It's the same item, but one is maybe old and not so nice anymore, but if there's something about it, I'm going to choose that over the other item. You know, it's like this with me, you know, in everything. If I don't know, if I find something about something, just like you said, it draws my attention, it gives me a sort of a feeling, of a connective feeling, then I will always choose that over, over other things. So I totally understand what you're saying. I really apply that to everything. But thank you for saying that. I appreciate these words. Yeah, I take my, I guess my gift or my profession or whatever you want to call it, I take it very seriously. And I really do not like people that just, it's fly by night and all that stuff. Oh, North Carolina. Oh, wow. The town that you live in was founded by your family? Which came originally from Germany? Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, North Carolina, you're not too far from me. I'm in Florida. So, what is that? Well, maybe like 12-hour drive or something? Maybe less, maybe 10? Because I know from here to Tennessee is about 8 hours. So, oh, well, you got to go all the way through South Carolina, too. So, I guess it'd be like, I don't know, 14 or something. That's, I mean, it's far, but I mean, it's like, compared to somebody that tells me that they're from fucking Sweden or something, it's not that far. I was born and raised in Germany, but I moved to the U.S. in 2007. So, I've been here a good amount of time, I should say. Oh, and I love the Carolinas anyways. It's so beautiful there. That's one of these areas I always talk about. Like, if I could move, it would be, somewhere like this. Like, maybe West Virginia is really my thing. Because it's like... Oh, yeah. I really do. I do. And I really mainly miss it because of the particularly the area that I grew up in. There was such a wonderful place to go and do rituals and just enjoy nature and stuff like that. And I haven't found a place like that in the U.S. I have, but I cannot access them where I live, but it's just, I miss that a lot. And I really miss the weather there, which, I can find the same type of climate here somewhere in the U.S., but I really do. I also miss like the sort of like simplicity, if you will, because things where I'm from my hometown, things were never serious, right? You could pretty much do whatever you wanted, and you wouldn't have any issues, or it was just kind of like, it felt like a freer way of living than how I feel now here in Florida. Sweetie, come on, sweetie, come on out of there. My cat, she's going crazy. Oh, that's really cool. Sweetie, what's wrong with you? Just lay down and sleep. You want to go outside so bad? That's really cool. Yeah, that's nice to have that. Yeah, I live in a little bit like a small town here, and there's really nothing around. There's no land around. Like, there's no little forest or anything. That's far away. The only thing that I have access to, and then also, I'm not driving. I don't have a driver's license. That has to do with my immigration status. Whatever. So I can't go to many places as it is anyway. So the only place that I can really reach here, by foot, as well as maybe on my bike, because I use an electric bike, is a graveyard nearby. And it's nice. It's nice there. But it is not secluded. It is literally, this graveyard is literally its own patch of land in the middle, surrounded by suburban neighborhood. It's really like, if you go there, the whole neighborhood can see you, and it's just like, It's nice, you know, still to practice like utiseta or something like that, but it is like all in all, it's just kind of like, you know. But I do like that there's not, you know, like right now, for instance, it's very quiet in the town, and I really like that. I like the quiet. Um, but my neighbors are not quiet, so that's not good. That doesn't help me. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. That's good. That did you have like you know what it's like. Um. Yeah. Yeah. That thing is not really what I play, but I I actually, sweetie, no, I play this. This is my pride and joy right here. This is what I play. Keyboard is just something that helps me so I can, you know, I don't know. Keyboard is just an accent instrument that I use. This is my instrument. Yeah. I'm in a band, so, you know, that's another thing that I do. We are a black metal band. Yeah. Tomorrow is Saturday and it's the weekend, so I'll be writing music, or trying to at least, you know. Oh, that's okay, you know, and that's what it should always be about. Unfortunately, isn't that you enjoy it. You know, that's the most important thing about anything that you do in life, that you have fun doing it and that you enjoy it. You know, so that's good. That's good. Because music is also something, you know, even playing, even if your skill level is not, you will grow, you know, even if it's just slightly because you don't play so much, or, you know, whatever, but you will always grow, and it will always help you um, enhance like stimulation in your brain, you know, and that's very important. These type of things will do that, you know, like any artistic things, even athletic activities, they do that in a different way, I guess, but they still do that. And also, you know, painting, reading, all of these things, these it stimulizes, you know, your brain. At least that's how I feel when I do that, you know, and it helps a little bit to also, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like it helps you evolve your cognitive abilities, you know, and your consciousness. Okay, you know, it feels like that to me, at least, you know. I always feel like I keep growing and growing, but as soon as I stop doing these things, I can feel that I'm stuck in like a stagnation and I'm not growing, you know. Okay, I'm just gonna send it in the thing here because it's better than you can see it, you know. And all my information, you're on Twitch, right? It looks like you're on Twitch. So all my information about my band too is in my information panels in my Twitch. Um, but we have stuff on Bandcamp, we have stuff on Spotify, and we have stuff on YouTube too. Um, so we're on all that. We have two full-length albums, and we are currently working on the third one. We've been a band since 2015. Yeah, and we've performed many live shows. Uh, Hi, Florida Metal. Thank you, thank you. Mainly in Tampa. That is kind of like our home away from home. Oh, yeah, and please give me yours too. Maybe you can send it to me in a message here or something. Your information, or you can send it in chat too. I don't care. Um, and I will look you up as well. I would really like to see, or, you know, to hear what kind of genre is it that you play, and I guess you play guitar as well. So maybe if you have a band going, maybe you can come visit Florida and jam with us. If it's black metal, it must be black metal. If it's not black metal, I have no use for it. I am sorry. Finally, my cat, she stopped. Indeed, Florida metal. You know it. I am very picky and particular. I'm not even... Like, I listened to a lot of death metal when I first got into the heavier metal of all the metals, you know. Death metal was my thing. I go to death metal shows. I go in the mosh pit all the time. And it was good. You know. But I feel like I got that out of my system. Because then, you know, as I started diving more, you know, then performing with my black metal band, then of course started diving more into black metal and educational journey. It started with it, and then you branch out because there's so many different variables to black metal and everything, and so it really just took me away, and I floated away on this black cloud, and for death metal never to be talked off again, you know. Like, now I listen to death metal, I'm like, oh my god, oh, you know. I'm sorry, but I fucking, it gets on my nerves. Oh, okay, that's really cool. Like, that's so cool, because my guitar player in my band, he gets into all that different stuff. He, like, just the same type of thing. He'll do like some lo-fi, and then he'll do some suicidal, depressive black metal, and then he'll do some what is it you said there? Yeah, just like sad keys, you know, organ or stuff. Yeah, he does that same stuff when he fucks around, and then he always comes up with fucking the most amazing stuff, you know. And he's like, listen to it, what do you think about it? I'm like, that's amazing. And he's like, you have like no expression about it. I'm like, because like it's always amazing. I can't even, you know. It's like, I already know it's gonna be the shit, so it's just about what kind of good shit is it this time, you know. What does it sound like this time? He gets mad because I don't get all hyped up. It's just like, yeah, obviously you're going to bring me something like this, you know? I feel bad. But I'm also like it's more of an internal thing for me. I don't know how to explain it, but when it comes to like the composing of music, when I finish a painting, it's totally external. I will literally be like, yeah, like that, you know what I mean? But when it comes to composing music, it's like something, whenever this happens, like we finish like writing a whole album and everything, it's like, when it comes to the music, it's like inside of me, I can feel this like complete satisfaction, this feeling of complete achievement in that moment. It's less about the, you know, like, it's less immature excitement, if you will. It's a more mature excitement to me. I'm more I don't know, I'm more the child when it comes to the painting. There's that child in me, it's like, you know. But when it comes to composing music, it's more like this serene and higher entity in myself that is like, we have accomplished this, and it's like, yes, you know, inside, you know. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, Scooby, how are you? Oh, I gotta read here now. Oh, okay. I found myself. Yeah. That's how it goes. Yeah, it's definitely a feeling of everything, and what are you hearing, and how's your day, and where's the sun in the sky, you know. Like, there's really a lot of factors into writing music, I think, that really play a huge role, because even when you then, you compose the song, you write the song, and then even then it's out there, and then it's always there, and you don't listen to it for a long time, and then like years later you listen to it and you look immediately back in that moment when you were writing the song, like, what was I doing in that moment? What were the, what were smells around me? Did I have incense lit, or was, where was the sun? Which animal of mine was around, or which animal possibly had passed in the recent time? What, all of these different things, all of these different, there's so many different emotions and feelings that, and thoughts and memories and sensations, I should say, that you are then get catapulted back to how that moment and the time was when you were writing that song. And I love that feeling. It's like a fun game to play for me. I don't know if you can kind of like relate to it, but I love doing it. Good to see you, Scooby. Scooby. No, I haven't watched it yet. I can't bring myself to spend the $5. I swear. Guys, cheer me some bits for $5. So, let me see. So, like, cheer, like, okay. So, cheer, like, 200 bits and I'll watch the movie. Cheer, like, 200 bits and I'll watch the movie. Hi, Promethean. Because then that's the $5 that I need to make this purchase and watch it. I'm so awful. No, oh my God, when it comes to shit like that, I am so stingy, man. So stingy. I have not one day paid for a fucking music streaming platform. I have my playlist on YouTube, and I will endure the advertisements and commercials. I don't care. I will not pay for that. I have other addictions that I spend money on, and I feel bad about that already. Okay. So, how are you doing, Promethean? How you doing, Promethean? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, it's really only with that type of thing, because I'm just not, like, I pick my own songs. I don't know. I don't even know how to maneuver my way around that. I barely even know how to use Instagram, or let alone TikTok. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh my God, now you're coming at me with like this, and now people want to talk about what is this. There's something new out there now, and I'm just like, man, I don't know. I can't follow any of that stuff. Scooby, the future. Hydration. I don't know about hydration, but it's something. Insta skank. God, I don't. Oh my God, I can. Oh, forever posting mad selfies. What do you look like? Explain what you look like to me. Can you explain that? Yeah, it's mint water, of course. I really want to know, like, I really wonder now, Duelist, if you're like, no offense, but if you're like a pretty boy. I really want to know now if you're a pretty boy or well, like. I kill myself. Okay, Scooby. Skinny buff. Okay. Oh, long hair. Good. Jailhouse looking tats. Alright, cool. Beard. Alright, it doesn't sound too pretty boyish. which is good. I think. I think if I always say that, that's like one of my things. I feel like if the man spends more time in the mirror than me, we have a fucking problem. You know what I mean? I don't know. No, there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. I'm very like. I wash my hair every day. Women talk about it all the time. Like, I didn't wash my hair for 2 days. Like, yeah, me either, girl. Because I'm like, what? Wash your fucking hair. I wash my hair every day. Like, I shower every day. I'm very clean, you know. But I mean, like, when it comes to, like, you know, now the man wants to start shaving his eyebrows and he wants to start shaving under his armpits and do all that shit. I'm like, okay, bro, you lost me there. You lost me. You're not. No. Okay, Promethean, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. If you come, I will be very happy. If not, I will definitely understand. All right, Scooby, let's do this. Aha. I don't want to hear no huffing and puffing. I will throw you guys outside again. The problem is Promethean, like there's certain people that don't necessarily have to. If you work in an office all day, then I feel like, okay, if you don't wash your hair for a day, it's okay. Or you work in a clothing store or something like that. But if you are a woman that works in the restaurant industry or in a fast food or something like that, you have to, because your hair will stink and be full of oil and stuff like that. You need to wash that out. You know what I mean? Like, you can't skip a one. That's what I think. Oh, that's good though, Duelist. That's very good. Yeah. Yeah, you from a former athlete, you need to eat a lot of protein. You know, a lot of protein. Right. Scooby. Okay. So sorry, Scooby. I'm here. Um, but yeah, eat a lot of protein and vegetables green. I recommend. So, Scooby, you got the Five of Cups here, inverted. That's really good. All right, Promethean. Um, so this is expressing that there may be a return of an old friend. Okay. New relationships and a return of a past friend. Okay. So that's really good. That's positive. So somebody from your past that you were once close to, a friend or whatever, they will return to you in some way. You will get a message of some sort, and you will see them, or you know, maybe you will see something they post on social media or something like that. But it will be good in a good way. Okay. All right, moving on. Yeah, do that. Cause I have an Insta too. But I only post about my band. I post about my band and I post about this my stream, and that's it. I don't. My personal Dragana thing I also only use for my stream and my band. So. Mm-hmm. Four of Pentacles. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty of the finances. Okay. So there will be material delays. Okay. Oh, I don't know if you have an ad break. Yeah, there's an ad. I knew it. Someone shut up. I really hate my profile, man. I really fucking do. I never see my profile face, then I'm like, ew. And others think my profile looks good. I don't know. Anybody that's not. Okay, okay. Yeah, you're really spot on with that. That's good. Like anybody that's in here right now, when an ad comes up, please let me know immediately so I don't move on by reading this card and nothing. Yeah. It's so ridiculous because then I have to repeat the whole thing again, and you guys are like, "Yeah, she's talking right now, and I don't know what it means." Anyway, the Four of Pentacles inverted. Material delays, material hardships. Okay, so hardships in business affairs. That was something that will come up. It will be something quickly resolved, I feel, but it will be something that will come up. There will be a time where you're going to be overspending a little bit, and you're going to be like, "Oh crap, I shouldn't have done that," but you know, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. Oh, cool, cool. Oh yeah, I want to see that. That's cool. How old is your son? He's got to be little. All right, let's move forward here. Mm. The High Priestess inverted. Okay. More hardships coming your way there, Scooby, unfortunately. Um, There's something about. Oh my god, he's that small? I thought you were gonna say something like 3 or 4 or something. Oh my god, he's still like a worm. He's a tiny little worm. Oh, they're so fragile. Oh god, they're like so. That's why, like, I'm never really around babies ever. Like, it's just because I live in the biggest retirement community in the US, literally. So babies and kids is something, yeah, in my area here, but they're like toddlers, whatever. But it's like, and I see them, the parents picked them up from the daycare, which is right across the street, you know what I mean? And then there's another daycare right over there. So that stuff I see, but it's like I'm never really around kids like that. And it's like whenever I see these tiny babies that age, I'm just like, oh, it's like, oh my god, like if anybody were to ever say like hold this child, I'd be like, no, no, I will break it, like I will squish it, or I feel like they're so fragile. I don't know, because I don't have kids, so I'm like, oh, with a kitten, I know I'm like, come here, you little crazy, I know they're hard, and it's fine, they're animals, I'm an animal, like I know what to do with that, with kittens and puppies and baby animals. It's fine, but baby humans are so like little angel faces, and it's like, oh no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I hear a lot of people say that. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't wait till my child is that and that age so we can do this and this. But then they also say, on the other hand, like, oh my god, time went by so fast. They grew up way too fast. I hear that all the time. So it's like, yeah, it's a love-hate relationship with having a kid, I guess. I feel the same when I have my kittens. When he was a baby, oh my god, he was so puffy and cute and fluffy and everything. And he played and everything. And now he's this beautiful, smooth creature that's like starting to become all majestic and shit. And I'm like, damn it, where's my little I don't know. But anyway, in your future, Scooby, it looks like ignorance and lack of vision holding back true feelings. So there will be a time where you will not be able to really move forward in your life because you're lacking the vision of what you really want to do. um it's also going to be a time where you will not be really expressing your true feelings about a certain thing. Okay, so you'll be holding back true feelings. And this is going to be more about your personal life, whereas I think this might be more business or work related. But these two things, but they're separate. Those are separate stages in time and separate parts. So, but yeah, just crying cat. He always feels the best ones. No, it's fine though. It's fine though. I do not feel or sense or see anything, too devastating happening. These are short times of problematic scenarios. This will not be of grave and grim circumstances. So no worries there. That looks like a little scrawny kitten. That looks really scrawny. I see it. He was not like that. Oh my god. When I found him, it was raining, and I'm talking about him specifically because he's he's like my best friend. He's become like literally my best friend because he's with me all the time. He's all black. And I found him going home from the store, and it was raining outside. It was a miserable day. And I hear, and I'm like, I'm hearing you, kitten. No way. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to keep walking. But then I hear it again. I'm like, all right. And I'm turning around right by the highway, or like the big road. On the side in the bushes, there's a sign, a for sale sign. And the for sale sign is like fell over. It's like one of those self-written ones that is like yard sale or whatever. And it's fallen over. It's in the bushes, fallen over on the ground, weirdly enough in the bushes, I don't know. And he's underneath it, wet, and trying to hide from the rain, screaming. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I crawl under there, grab him, and like, and I'm like, calm your little ass down. And I'm just like holding him, and he's got shit coming out of his eyes. He's all gross. Little man, you're gonna fall down. Little man! Oh my god. And he's gross and dirty, and I'm like, he probably slept in homeless people's piss there in that corner. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take him home, wash him. And I try to thank you, Scooby, have a good night, thank you for coming. Yeah, and I tried to send him out for adoption, because I already have too many cats, and I really didn't want to have another cat. And I tried it, and they never contacted me. And then, of course, the first 45 minutes he was in the house, he was crying and crying and crying, probably for his mom. But I could tell very quickly within the next couple of weeks from then that he has a little bit, he's not all, he's a little, he's like a little retarded, okay, and I think that's probably the reason why the mom abandoned him. I'm thinking, because they sense that, and it's an instinct that tells them it's a weak creature, it will not survive. I have to save my other cats, my other babies, and I have to leave him behind. Could be, but it could be other things too. Who knows? But yeah, and then he's been here ever since, and that's why I just refer to him, because he's not even a year old yet, and he's a beautiful cat. I've had to do that. Oh my god, I can't even count how many times I had to do that. That's cool. Oh, hi, Lisa. Thank you. Well, Lisa, you're next. First, I have here Duelist. I'm just gonna, if that's okay, Zealous Duelist. If I just call you Duelist. You are next. I think you redeemed the reading, right? Because then that would mean that you're next. And then after that is... Oh, I said Lisa. Lias Cloud. Lias Cloud. Sorry about that. Dyslexic over here. The fuck? Lias Cloud. Okay. All right. Well, hello. Thank you for coming. And you will definitely be next, but first is Duelist. Duelist, is there anything in particular that you would like to inquire about in this reading tonight? Oh, okay, then I'll do Lias. Yeah, but I'm usually not that person. That aggravates me. That's how it happened. So, Lias, what in particular would you like to inquire about? Or you can just also get a general reading, or you can, whatever you want. If there's a particular thing that you would like to know, some stuff about, you can tell me. And maybe, you know, it doesn't happen always that the cards will address the topic of your choice. But if your energy is pure and clear on this topic and really is involved with it as much as you think it is, then it will certainly show itself in the cards. Okay, yeah. We'll do that then. Okay. Okay. The Hermit inverted. So I feel like this is expressing that you're going out into the world again. You're becoming more social rather than what you have been recently. You're sharing information, and you're becoming more united and becoming one with the community more. Okay, which also includes going out there and finding potential partners and such. So I think that has something to do with it. I think this is expressing that you're kind of actively involved in trying to seek romance, love, a connection with somebody. Okay, so this is good. So it is the impression that you're doing the right steps, and you're kind of following the protocol of how how you're supposed to do that. Oh, well, not everything can be perfect, I guess. Ace of Cups inverted. Okay, so there's something out of sorts there that's not really ideal in the context of the romance. Okay, there, I think in your life currently or really recently have been really abrupt changes, and there has been an actual loss of love and a stagnation. So I think that has really kind of put a damper on your mood, and just on your behavior in general. But I think that was in the recent past. I think this is what you're doing right now. But I think in the recent past, there was a loss of love, and abrupt and unfortunate changes that occurred to you, and that really just they were not ideal changes for you. All right, so let's see what this one says. Very nice. Ace of Swords right here. Perfect. Okay. This is a really such. I love that card so much. It gives me like the really good feelings. This is about power, superior inner strength, and the situation leading to victory. Conclusively, the love of romance, and determination and courage. Okay, so being courageous and determined to find your love will lead you to victory. Okay, to find that relationship, to find that partner, and be happy. Yeah. So you yourself, your heart and your mind is set in the right place. You just had this bad experience, but don't worry about that. This is good. You're going out there in the social life again. You're sharing information. You're becoming one with the community, and you will be victorious in your on your path. Your fate will lead you to victory. So this is a good reading for you. This is good. So it looks like you're gonna be successful in your love life here. It all points to it. Lias. I like that. Lias. Oh, good. I'm really glad. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you could resonate with that. Oh, yeah. I always tell this to people. I always tell the same ones, and I hate, because I know some of you come in here all the time, so you hear me repeat shit all the time. You're like, oh god, she said that last stream. But I always repeat certain things. Like, go with the flow is the simplest, and maybe even like stereotypical way of saying this, but going with the flow, it works wonders, really. Not forcing things. I learned that late in my life. I learned that only in my like 20s, to just not force things. Like, stop forcing things. Like, I learned in my 20s then finally that not forcing things and just going with the flow is a way better way of doing things and looking at things. Also, my mom always said that doesn't matter what in life, everything has an end. Even the good times, the bad times, everything has an end. Only sausage has two, right? Oh, I said that. Whatever. In German, in Deutsch, it would be alles hat ein Ende, nur die Wurst hat zwei. Okay? Everything has an end. Only sausage has two ends. Okay? And the last one that I really, there's one more that doesn't really apply to this situation, but it is, I don't believe anything I hear and only half of what I see. That is a very good way to live your life. Don't believe anything you hear and only half of what you see. Okay? But the last one that one comforts me. This is a comforting thing. Right? Yeah. So the last one is a very comforting thing, and the person that said that was John Lennon. John Lennon? Yeah, not Paul McCartney. Yeah, John Lennon said that. He said that everything will be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. And that rings true on like 3 different layers, right? When you really think about that statement, it's really great. And whenever I'm in trouble, and whenever I'm like deeply riddled with anxiety, which happens at least 4 times a day, whatever, I sit there and I think to myself, everything will be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. It's totally like, it just makes perfect fucking sense. You know what I mean? Like, I love that saying. When I first read it, I promised myself I will never forget that saying. And I never have. When did I first read that? A long time. I was still in Germany. I don't know. I read it. I literally read it. I didn't hear it. I read it. Because I remember reading the words. You know what I think? I think I was reading a music magazine. Like Top of the Pops, we have that. Top of the Pops was one of the ones I read. Bravo was a huge magazine in Germany. I read it in one of those because I really, I was always involved with music. I always liked metal. I was always, since I was a kid, and it's like, when I became a real like hardcore fan of my certain people back then, my new metal bands that I was listening to at the time, like Linkin Park, POD, Korn, yeah. And then in between I got Michael Jackson, he's a legend, and fucking, whoever else I listened to, Puddle of Mud, whatever it was. I read upon my people, I read upon, I bought these magazines. I'm like, oh, okay, I got €2, they were then euros, I think at that time, yeah. I got €2. I can buy a magazine today, and I can read about my big people. That's how I learned so much about Michael Jackson and his struggles and all these things. He was always like one of my idols, That's how I learned so much about many of these artists, and I really like doing that. And then they would have like little little verses with interviews real quick from people or famous quotes that a musician said or something like that, and then one of them was John Lennon. He said that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I love that stuff. I'm not gonna tell you guys the whole truth about this though, because I cannot out myself here today as somebody, but there was a time of boy band too. It was bad. It had me bad, and it was none of the famous boy bands. I mean, it was a famous boy band, but they were literally probably one of the least famous boy bands that you would ever like imagine. And I was a fucking hardcore fan of of this boy band. I had all the clippings that are cut out, and I put them all in the thing, and then I went to 2 concerts. Oh my god. Yeah. I was in love, of course, with one of those guys. Of course, a totally typical fucking cliche right here, little girl into the boy band. But that was literally that's the boy band was. I was then evolving into the metalhead, right? That was the yeah. I really was. It was bad. It was really ridiculous. And I tell you one thing. I will never forget my father, man. I dreamed about my dad last night. This is probably, the gods have granted me this vision last night, because now here I am speaking of a scenario with my father. This is fate. Honestly, these are the steps that go there. So it's like, I dreamed about my dad last night, and it was hard. It was hard for me. To dream about my dad is always fucking hard as fuck. To dream about my mom, it's so hard, right? But anyway, so my dad, I remember, I went to the boy group concert, and I was in the first row. Of course, I'm like 12 years old or some shit. And, of course, I'm just like, funny part, side note, but before I continue the story, you have, when I was that age, it was so insane, right? Because I had seen these guys on TV, and they were like my idols, and it was like, oh my god, and the feeling that way, I've never really had that same feeling again in my life, the same type of euphoric feeling in that sense. But it changes as we get older anyway, Nah, you at the right place, my brother. You at the right place, my brother. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. These people in here, if they're not on your side, they are very understanding. But yeah. So the only other time where this occurred to me, and now here's the good part. Now here's the good part. When I saw Rammstein live for the first time, I had listened to Rammstein for about 20 years or so, and then I saw them live, and it was the unbelievable experience. And I cried out. I literally had tears. I took a video of myself. I said, I cannot believe I see the boys. I called them, I said, the boys, like, I've been listening to these guys so long, and they were my greatest, like, band, and I loved them so much, still to this day. That has not changed. And I never thought that I was ever going to see them live, ever. In Texas, of all places. What? Wow. And then the other experience was seeing Vatain live. I was so touched. That was a little bit different. I was very touched emotionally to see them perform their perfect rituals on stage, and they blew it out of the water. They were excellent. They were by far, literally right next to Rammstein in the best performing acts I have ever seen in my so many years of being in this industry now, and seeing over like 300 performances in bands and all that shit. Well over, about, I would say probably about 300 to 400, performances, probably more bands. Because going to that many performances, always like 6 bands or so playing, so I can really say these 2 bands, they are the best. They are the best of the best. I saw, oh no, I never saw the System of a Down. I listened to them too religiously, of course. going into my teenage years. Now, it's not, it's not for me anymore. I kind of grew out of that. Like I said, black metal kind of ruined me. I literally have, like, when it comes to metal, not like, new wave or like, because I love new wave, right? That's one of those things, like alternative 80s. I love that shit. But when it comes to metal, I can literally only mainly listen to either black metal, of course, mainly black metal, and a little bit of grunge. And everything else in metal has just completely, like, I don't even really barely ever listen to Rammstein anymore. Like, black metal has ruined me. And Cannibal Corpse, I saw live. They do their job. That's all I can say. They do their job. But moving on with my story. I'm at the boy band show. I'm at the boy band concert. I'm in the first row, and I'm looking at my idols, and I'm like, oh, my God, I cannot believe I'm here. I cannot believe I'm seeing them. And it's like, this concert is long. This is not a short concert, because these tickets, this is like a big thing. There's hundreds and hundreds of girls in there. At some point, the concert is about to end in like 20 minutes or something. So I'm looking on the clock, on the watch or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to, like, signal my dad. I don't know how this was supposed to be, how I was gonna tell my dad. I think I had a cell phone at the time already, and I was gonna text my dad, or I don't know, something like that. I'm like, okay, I have to get ready and contact my dad that the concert will be over in 20 minutes and that he needs to be here, like, to pick me up. Because my dad had dropped me off, me and it was two of my friends. And then he went, whatever he did, home or wherever, if he went to the bar, had a beer, whatever. And as I'm thinking, I gotta now contact my dad, I look up. And when you're at these fucking big concerts, you have the metal bar, the metal fucking shit here when you're in the front row. And then you have a big space, and then the stage. And in front of the stage are all the security guards, right? Like, it was one of those big-ass fucking concerts. But I was not in the middle in front of the stage, but I was almost all the way to the end. Like, at the corner of the stage, pretty much. But all the way in the front. So these guys were, like, pointing at me and shit. And I'm like, they mean me. Fucking stupid kid. How we girls are. And I'm doing my thing. I'm like, And I look over there. Literally, my father is standing at the corner of the fucking stage where all the security guards, he's just standing there. Oh, yeah. Looking up, like, looking up like this to the guy on stage, Oh, good. Just watching them. And he's like, hey, honey. And he's like waving at me. I'm like, Dad, how are you over there? What the fuck? I want to go over there. And he's like, he can't hear anything. It's loud as hell. And he's just like, it's okay, honey. And it was so, hi, Kelly. How are you? Now thinking about it, it's hilarious. I don't know if there's ad break now or not for a duelist. Anyway, it was so, now thinking about it, like I said, it's the whole hilarious thing. It is so hilarious because and I'm like, Dad, and then the concert is over and whatever else. I'm like, Dad, were you able to be over there? And Dad's like, oh, well, they kind of let the parents in to pick you girls up. And, I saw you walking all the way around. I could see you. And I was like, oh, can I go there? That's my daughter right there. And they're like, oh, okay, sure. And they just kind of let us, dads and moms, in there. I'm like, that's so fucked up. It was so amazing. I thought it's typical for my dad. It was always like something, like, my dad could do these things, And, my dad, he could just do these things. He's like, yeah, I asked the guy. I see my daughter. Could I go over there and, by the stage? I just wouldn't pick up my daughter. And they let him. Of course, my dad was like this fucking like muscle packed, dude in a shredded fucking jean jacket with glasses, looking like Sylvester Stallone, literally. So they're seeing him and they're like, okay, yes, sir, right this way. He's like, even those bodyguards are like, okay, we're gonna let that guy through. That's how my dad was, like, intimidating as fuck. But he looked intimidating, and when he had to be intimidating, he was intimidating. Yeah, my father was very fucking scary when he was angry. But my dad was really a lighthearted person. My dad always laughed and made jokes, and so it was like people would look at him like, oh my god, he's a dangerous man. But as soon as my dad opened his mouth, it was like, and charmer with the women. My dad was always like, oh, womanizer. He's married to my mom. He didn't cheat on my mom or anything, but it was like, how men are, no offense, but he'll fucking have the video camera while we're in Disney World, fucking record, and then we watch the video later. Oh no, like in the video you can see my dad is like filming a woman's butt, right? And then her jeans, and then you can hear my mom like, Dragan, what are you doing? Dragan, was machst du? Auf! And my dad would laugh. It was just, he did it in front of my mom. He knew she was gonna see it. It was fun. My parents were good. They were good. Yeah. But yeah, man, those times, those those were good times. All right, let me shuffle these now. But hello, Kelly. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. Talking about concert experiences. This particular concert was either in Oberhausen or in Essen. I cannot remember. Because I went to two, so I think that particular one was in Oberhausen. I think the other one was in Essen. Which is both about the same distance away, I think, from my hometown. About 20, 30 minutes, something like that. Yeah, in Germany, nothing is far away. It's all very close together. My bears, they're so good. All right, Duelist, it's your turn now. Do you have a particular thing that you would like to inquire about? If not, we can just do a general, which is fine too. My neck hurts too today. Okay, yeah, that's whenever I do my own, I throw my runes usually, my rune stones, for myself, but I never inquire about particular things because I think it is just more advisable to do the general. All right, perfect, Kelly. Yeah, just let me know in the chat if there's anything in particular that you would like to question about. Ah, okay. Indeed. A communion. So what exactly did you do there? If you want to elaborate, you don't have to, of course. But I'm just very interested to know what your process is there, because we all do our things differently. I like to learn different approaches too. Yours went missing. Yeah, I made my own. Yeah, I only use that. I don't give myself like the card readings. All right, so let me go ahead and start. Oh, okay. I feel like that can already be very fitting for you in your life. So it's the Seven of Cups inverted. So seemingly you are a person of realism. You're a person really that is a realist and stands with both legs in reality and on the ground. You know, you're not one of these people with your head in the clouds and stuff. You set yourself very realistic goals, and you always look for hard facts and believing what you can see. Curious that this particular sentence would be part of that. Yeah. So but that is okay. Yeah. So that is very much you, very much a realist. Okay. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Sometimes the simpler. Sometimes I get a little annoyed with myself because I get like super elaborate and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, well, the results were there, but it's like sometimes when I do the less, then I get more potent results in the process. That really does happen. It can be less is more. Sometimes. Okay, so very good here, duelist. Let's move forward. Oh, the King of Cups inverted. However, seemingly a little bit of a struggle. Somebody's difficult to please. Okay, could be. I think I want to apply that to you. And there's also a little bit of a lack of creativity and an unscrupulous character. I think I would really apply these current character traits to yourself. You're a little bit ornery, ornery, difficult to please, and you're also feeling a lack of sorting things out creatively and artistically. So your character is a little shifty right now, and it's just kind of like seemingly sometimes irritable. Okay. Oh man, I gotta go to Aldi. I'm asking my brother in the next couple of days to take me to Aldi and see if they have Lebkuchen there. What I really want to get is I want to get cinnamon stars, Zimtsterne. I love those. They're like they're cinnamon cookies with like a white glaze over it, shaped as a star. Those were my favorites. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Hi, Promethean. Welcome back. They should. You think, Promethean, they have them there? Oh my god. I'm gonna have. Kevin's gotta take me. He's gotta take me. Really? Oh, that's interesting, Kelly. Yeah, okay. Well, a duelist. Yeah, okay. This can have something to do. You are going through these changes. You're trying to people don't think that has an effect, but everything that you change in your diet, in your exercise, in everything in your life affects not just your body but also your brain in many different ways, right? Your chemical you know consistency in there and all of these things. So maybe this working out and trying to get your body in shape, it can have something to do with this irritability potentially. It's not, it can be just a phase that you're going through, but you're definitely in there right now. Okay, so let's move forward. Oh, you get the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups inverted though. Aprikose. Yeah, Aprikose, Pfirsich. They're all like, okay, so it's peach and Pfirsich is peach. Aprikose, Aprikose is apricot. So the one is the skin is like smooth, shiny, and the other one's the furry skin feeling. The Pfirsich, I believe, is where the skin is like furry, and then the Aprikose is the smooth skin. And you know what? I don't like that either, Kelly. I was gonna say Nelly. I don't know why. I don't like any yellow jelly type stuff. I'm not a fan, especially not in my cookies and stuff. I don't like that at all. No, it's gross to me. I don't like it. Yeah. Okay, so Ace of Cups. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. So, trouble is still brewing. Unfortunate and abrupt changes, loss of love and stagnation. Okay. Loss of love, I would really kind of apply that to something that you used to really like doing that you have just really kind of like said, ugh, I'm done doing. I don't care about that anymore. I really don't want to do that anymore. I think that's what the loss of love is related to. And yeah, stagnation. Yeah, so I feel like this is just kind of a reminder a little bit of this card, of the irritability and the changes. They feel more abrupt to you than they actually are. And that's what's causing you to be, in this weird kind of state right now. In this ornery state that I really think is still the best word that applies. But it is a good thing that your head is in the right place when it comes to your reality, and you don't like being fooled or being told, oh, this and this is going to happen, and people go along with it and say, yeah, this is going to happen, but you're the type of person that says, as long as I don't see any kind of real proof or hard fact in front of me that will tell me that this is going to happen, I'm not going to believe it's going to happen. Simple. I think that's how I interpret that. All right. I hope you can resonate with that. So not only did I already do you, Kelly? I don't think I did. I'm getting confused here now. Oh yeah, that I hate that feeling. That being burned out on the same, because it's the same thing every day. That's why I try to really decorate not just my home in itself, but my life with like something different or something fucking new every day. Like I have to. Yeah. Mhm. Yes, Promethean. I did. Yep. So I think Kelly was before you, Promethean. Yeah. So that's it. So it's Kelly now, and then it's you, Promethean. Yeah. Yeah, I totally understand. Stagnation for me. Oh, you want Promethean go first? Okay, that's fine. Promethean, you just want a general, probably, I'm thinking, maybe? Or something in particular. Okay. Yeah, and Duelist, I understand, because, like, for me, it's like, I get so easily, like, thrown into the stagnant feeling so quickly. It happens so fast for me, and so severely, and then I get so angry about it. It's like a weird feeling. It's like I get so irritated and so like inwardly angry that I'm just like fuck it all. If that's how it's gonna be, then I'm not gonna do anything, and I'm just gonna sit here and watch TV and drink, and like I get into this mood, and then I wake up in the morning and I'm like, no, I just sat there and watched like 3 fucking episodes of Family Guy when I could have read another chapter in my book, and I feel so guilty about it. And I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I have to make up for this. Let me read this whole book right now. You know what I mean? I don't know. I get so weird with shit. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, Kelly, no problem. All right, cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, I really remember. Promethean. Why you said yeah. shit. Ah, see, look at that. Immediately making me. That's like when I'm out back and I exercise, because I exercise in my backyard, right? I have my handball. For anybody who's from Europe, know this, okay? There's two different handballs. They're both actually technically called handball, but one is team handball. It's a ball like this big. You play with a team. It's a big sport in Europe. It's huge. My father was a professional national player for Serbia. I played for 10 years of my life. The other sport is handball, where you throw a little tiny ball or something against a wall or some shit like that. I don't know, but that's weird to me. But I played the team handball. And so what I do for my exercise, I have my handball, and I go out in the backyard and have a really big tree, and I have already blessed the tree, carved into the tree, and thanked the tree for being my tool in this mission. And I do my running and throwing the ball at the tree for an hour. I do that. You know, and that's my exercising. And I tell you, really, as soon as I hear the neighbors slamming their doors and yelling and screaming and all that stuff, I immediately, like, lose focus and I can very quickly to get out of my juju, you know? Yeah. Oh, fight? Like, what does that mean? You fight on the weekends? What is that? Fighting. What do you do? Like karate or something like that? Or I want to know about that fighting. All right, Promethean. I think we are good here. Oh. We've had this card before. 5 of Pentacles, inverted. So, this is talking about potential new employment, better times. Better times and improved outlook. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That is the main thing. And this is literally in your general yeah. But the employment, yeah. But the employment is only one part. It is really about better times and better outlook too, you know? So it's good. This is good. Oh yeah, that's cool. My guitar player is actually, he's a two-time black belt in the samurai art of this fighting. There's that long weird name that it has that I can never pronounce, but he's a two-time black belt in that. So very familiar with the ways of Bushido, etc., etc. Yeah, so this is good. Yeah. Also, Draven is also, he you know, he's a samurai. You know, he has a real samurai sword that he does his katas with. That's what they're called. He does katas with them. He puts on his attire and he does his katas like he's supposed to. So I know a little bit about that. So that's something, because it is of Japanese descent. So okay, moving forward. Oh. So the 9 of Wands inverted. So it looks like there's a little bit of an inner turmoil here. I feel like I'm getting a little bit like emotional. There's really a sort of a delay and really heavy obstacles, and a lack of motivation and willpower. Okay, that's something that's kind of, it seems like it's weighing on you. I could maybe even relate to that it's the holidays and that's why. Yeah, so yeah, so that's something that's happening. And like I said, it is something that's more within you. that you're kind of struggling with. But I feel like it might be something that's always kind of there, but sometimes it flares a little bit more than other times, okay? So a little bit of an inner depression and stress going on, okay? Oh, man. Definitely hurt something. Strength inverted. That's kind of like self-explanatory too. It is about, you know, really kind of like an exhaustion and almost like wanting to give up. There's a feeling of that's kind of hovering that makes you feel like surrendering to just whatever it is, because you're not, you know, you just have this heavy feeling on you right now. So yeah, these two are just really closely related. But better times and better outlook seemingly to come, okay? Seemingly, you know, because this is all kind of flows in together. So these are all things that are happening almost simultaneously, you know? Okay, okay. Yeah, you know, if you want to talk about it, you know, just let me know. Just text me later or something if you want to talk about it. Yeah, so a little bit messy, stressy, and depressy, you know. Unfortunately, sorry about that. That sucks. Thank you so much for coming, Duelist. Yeah, I hope you'll be back. You know, I got my schedule posted. You know, if you ever want to wonder, oh, when does she stream? My schedule is posted, and I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming and getting a reading. And I hope to see you again soon. Okay, have a good night, and you know, say hi to the little one. So cute. See you later. Thank you for coming. Oh, I see, Promethean. I see. Yeah. Thank you. All right, I will see you soon. Damn it. It's probably my fucking neighbors again. No, it's not. Yeah, I don't know, Kelly, if you're still here, you still wanted a reading. Because if you are still here, I am ready now to do that. Because I just did Promethean, and then you can be on now. Okay, cool. What was it that you wanted to know about? Was it about your guides, or what was it again? I can't remember now. I don't know if you ever even said what you wanted to inquire about, or if it was just a general reading. Because I think... Okay. Because I think, depending... I might make you my last one and then hop off of here. Because I can't even believe I've been already streaming for an hour and a half. That's crazy. Time flew by so fast. Whoa, I keep throwing things around. Yeah, what were your thoughts? Okay. Perfect. Yeah. I always find it best to get a general reading because it will really pinpoint and address the main factors that your energy plays a part in, you know, and that you really need to concern yourself with. It's really an automatic energy release to what is important and what is your priority. So it is always, I think, the best to get a general. Oftentimes you can find out more with getting a general than you can with a specific one. So, okay, I immediately directly relate that to your communion that you had today, because union is a part there. The Two of Cups, it's perfect. So it is literally about harmony. It's about unity. And it is about love and harmonious partnership and coming together. Okay, so this really legitimately seems like a reflection of what happened today, what you invested your time in with your guide and spirit communion. So that's exactly what is being pictured here, I believe. Okay, that's how I feel it. That's how I interpreted it. So basically saying successful, in everything and bringing things together the way you wanted it. Yeah. That's good. That makes it fits perfectly in there. Let's move on. Oh man. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles inverted. So it looks like there might be a little bit of a problem when it comes to material standards, like in your life. It's about material delays, and it's about a small hardship in business affairs. Okay. Yeah, so there's something of materialistic struggle going on, in a sense. It might really be of certain items. It may not be related entirely to money, but it may be something of an object or objects. Okay. Yeah, it's can be something like that, not directly, like, you're not paying, you can't pay your bills or something, but it's something similar. It's something of a materialistic delay, in a sense. Okay, let's move forward. Oh, there is cruelty and deceit in your midst here. Queen of Swords inverted. Okay, so that's really curious. This is something about, cruelty and deceit and bad tempered. Okay. Um, it's hard for me to tell what that is, but I feel like it might be okay. So, okay, I was gonna say an entity of some sort that's not like directly close to you, which would kind of make sense because the neighbor is the neighbor. That's not really a person that's super close to you. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. That this card, every time I get this card, this is not a good card to have. This is not good, like this person, whoever is the cruel and deceitful person that this card applies to is really cruel and deceitful. Yeah. Yeah, so okay. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah, so that concludes you here, but it looks like spiritually you're doing very well. And these things are in a harmonic you know symbiosis, if you will. So that's really good. Well, I don't even need to really do that. Yeah, so oh, add, okay. My cat is just crying and crying and crying and crying. That's why I gotta go to. I gotta let her out. She's getting on my nerves. Okay, sweetie, I'm coming. God. Sorry, now my hair looks totally crazy. Whatever. I'm coming, sweetie. God. Sweetie, please stop. my little man his head. Little man, are you okay over there? Oh man, you're about to fall down. Fluffy man. Shoot man. About to fall down, little man. You're about to fall down, little man. Look how shiny your coat is. So cute. Handsome guy. Alright, guys. Well, that concluded you here, Kelly. I hope you could resonate with it. It seemed pretty clear to me. But yeah, I think I'm going to hop off for tonight, guys. Thank you, Kelly. Tschüss. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next time. Have a good time. Have a really good time doing that. It always feels good. So sleep well, and I'll see you next time. Gute Nacht. Yeah, and I don't know if Promethean is still here, but I'm gonna head on Promethean. You can text me, you know. And I really do want to thank everybody. Kelly for being here again. Promethean, Duelist, Florida Metal was in here. Scooby was in here. Who else? Was that it? Is that really it? Yeah, Duelist was talking a lot, I guess. That's good. That's very good. I love when you guys interact a lot, and it makes it a lot of fun. Oh, and Lias Cloud. Yeah, that was such a nice name. I remember that. Yeah, so thank you guys all so very much. What a great stream. I appreciate you guys. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow as usual. You know my schedule. I guess next Saturday I won't be here because I'm going to my job's Christmas gathering there. So I'm gonna have some fun going out for a little while, you know. So that's gonna be nice. So really, thank you so much, guys, for coming. This was a great stream. I appreciate all of you. Don't forget to mourn those in spiritual turmoil. And, and Emily. Thank you, Emily, for coming in and just saying hi at least real quick. That was so nice of you. Thank you so much. And, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, I say tschüss, zdravo, and bye.